Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and Sistonians, and welcome! In today's video, we're going to check out DayZ, which spontaneously appeared on the Steam Marketplace Early Access. Unlike a zombie that would normally shamble, although it has been shambling over the past year with it being constantly put off and put back and all that kind of nonsense, and people wanted to go into the beta and all that kind of stuff, so Dean Hall must have decided, you know what, enough is enough! And he raised his mighty mouse to the sky and summoned forth the Gaben to put DayZ finally onto the Steam servers. Lightning cracked through the sky, and horses ate each other in a Macbethian manner. And today we're going to be checking this out. Now don't forget, I've got to cover my ass by saying that this is currently in early access, so everything you see in the video is not representative of the final game product, yada yada yada, all that kind of stuff like that. Also, this has been created by Dean Hall, or Watch Reserve. That's pretty much like saying do not steal. Okay, before we get started in the actual game, we're just going to look at everything else. It says like all these little things here. Now this is the first impressions. I haven't played this yet, but I do remember playing it on that thing that was one thing a while ago that everyone bought. Armitude, that's the correct one. Okay, let's get started. There's a character menu here. I guess we can change the gender from person. There's a very scared black man there. There's a very scared white man there. And then we have a Asian person whose reaction I cannot tell. I do not mean to be racist. Okay, so I guess we can customize a character with some black and some green. No, let's make him green shirt. There we go. What kind of trousers can you give him? Green trousers. There we go. We're going to go for a little motive here. His shoes are currently underwater. I think that's G. I think that's G for green. That's perfectly fine. Can I make his skin green? No, it's just like very dark, medium. What's the difference between dark? Dark and very dark. So there you go. He's Middle Eastern. He is Asian, and he is white. He will steal and plunder your land, everyone. That's the image I want to get across to people. Let's go back. Change server. I'm not in any servers quite yet. Oh, okay. What did I push? I pushed escape. Oh, that's a new location. That's good. Okay, let's see what happens when we push configure. So this is our options screen, I guess. This is our field of view. Now, I will admit, I have actually fiddled around with the options menu. Like, this is our field of view. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's like highest or lowest. You know, we're going to crank it up to the highest and see what happens. Perspective is first person, inverted mouse. No, thank you. I'll crank my... Sorry about that. Let's just lower that down. I'm going to raise the VOP. I'm going to lower the master volume as well. Let's check out the things here, like audio, sound sources are 32, auto adjust. Oh, someone broke the leg here. Now it says A here on the bottom here by next close, so I push the A button on my controller. Oh, hey, it works. I wonder if I can control this on... Let's see. You have the D-pad controller. That's kind of nifty. Although the control scheme is it's a bit weird, okay. Oh, there we go. Look, I can control it with my Xbox controller. That's kind of cool. Video. Now, I've been looking through my video settings as well. Now, this is actually on normal. This is like the most normalist I can get it, without it going too low frame rate, but without losing too much quality. Okay, let's stick on default. We're receiving something. That's good. Oh, I guess I got rid of all the whiteness. But as you can see, I'm only running at 20 frames per second. You can't really see that, but I am running only at 20 frames per second. Controls. Mouse and C, mouse features, acceleration on, devices, customize controller. I'm going to go close that down, go to assignments. Okay, so here's our controls. Forward, back, left and right, turbo. There's no turbo button. Fast forward is there. I'm going through this just to teach myself as well. So up, go prone, stand, crouch, prone, ZXC. That's perfect. Step up would be lean left, Q, toggle left, toggle right, evasive left, evasive right, turn left, delete, end. Okay, so how do I shoot? Okay, so infantry weapons. Fire, hold optics, yada yada yada. You know what? We'll figure this out later. View inventory, tab is our gear, night vision N, items is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. View, number pads, interact, how to interact with things F. Okay, you know what? That's all we needed to know. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back. Gameplay, check this out. English, yep, head bob, audio is fine. I'm just going through those very quickly. Video, everything is on high. Let's stick on normal. I want to try and get a smoother frame rate here. There we go, we hit 30. What if I go to low? Oh my god! Let's go for custom. Yes, that was at around 90 for resolution. There you go. We'll just do 1900 times 1080. There we go. So about this is fine tuning it for your own pleasure. So let's go to normal. And then after that we go to 1920 times 1080. And then 25, you know what? That's fine enough. Let's get started, shall we? Enough about this old dilly-dallying. Let's go play. Let's play the game. Right, so this is our server browser. Let's go for servers lowest ping. Are they all empty? Okay, so servers are either all empty or there's no slots in them. What the hell, game? What the hell? Okay, let's just go for this top one here and just pray get lucky. It's DayZ GB, public veteran, hosted by somebody. Let's go, let's connect. And we'll see how long this takes for me to get into the game. So, Oh, are we in the game yet? Yes, we are. So, I tried making a little first impressions, but unfortunately it didn't really turn out so well, mostly because I didn't actually know what I was doing. So this is going to be somewhat a first/second impressions. Am I a girl again? Yes, I'm a girl again. Goodness me. So it turns out when you start the game, it randomly creates a character for you, even if you don't want to be a girl. Not that there's of course anything wrong with being a woman, it's just like, oh, you know, I like being a man and trying to be green and camouflaging. So let's talk about things very quickly. The tab button is the inventory button. The game works in much the same way as DayZ does. Push right control. I was told that pushing right control actually made the character go third person, but I'm not having much luck with that, so am I? So let me try this very quickly. So let's see controls. Let's see assignments. Is there anything like a view? Yeah, there we go. Toggle in, out, that look like free look. Come on, how do I change? No, I can't seem to change my view, can I? Okay, enter numerical. Okay, so. Okay, let me try that then. Close, 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 and close. We're in third person, yay! And I've got a little bun on my head. Ah, how cute is that? So let's talk very quickly. In order to make bandages, the first thing you need to do is take your top off. There you go. Oh, you're a dirty girl, aren't you? Then you right click, then you're supposed to be able to right click this top and then tear into rags. And this creates rags for you, and this is of course to stop you from bleeding. And then we have the torch here. I can actually drag this item into my hotbar there, so it's at hotbar number 1. But I actually need to right click this, also I can lick the battery. And yes, that is me licking a battery. Yum 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 yum, oh, so delicious. Good old sodium on my system. What I can actually do is right click, drag this over to there. And I can dig it, inspect. Let me see here. I swear there's a way of putting this into your torch. Inspect it maybe. Yes, yes, it's a battery. This is a bit troubling, isn't it? Because you're supposed to be able to put the battery into the... I can't start it again. Sorry for hearing the video. Gonna put this in? So that you can hear it without me bullying you. Why? Don't wait. I'm going to be chilling, okay? Stay shortly. No, it's wrapped around that. Okay, now where was I? Oh yes, I was trying to get my battery into there. Now it's just swapping it around, isn't it? Goodness me, this is embarrassing. Okay, but anyway, I can close it down, and I can push the one button, and I can equip it. There's my torch. Push the middle mouse button, turn on. I don't think that's actually going to work, so I think I need to go back to my tab button. Lick inspect. Come on, just pull it in. There we go. Attach alkaline battery to the 9-volt thingy. There we go. So now we have a torch. Yay! Turn on the torch, I think. That's not how it works. So essentially, this works in nearly enough the exact same way as DayZ. Although there isn't actually a UI in the screen, apart from what's on the bottom of the screen there. Turn that off, I guess. Yes, I would like to turn it off. There we go. So pushing F turns your torch on and off. Okay, that's good. You can right click to zoom in. And the same map is the same Shadowrust as we saw, as we all remember in DayZ. If there's any friends around I can make friends with. Now, of course, you double tap the W button to run forward and sprint like this. And if you're wondering why the grass is blue, it appears to be some sort of graphical error. Naturally, I can hold caps lock to talk. Hello, is there anybody in the vicinity who wants to meet up with a hot chick? Nope, nobody. So naturally, the goal of the game is to survive. Now, I was talking about bandages earlier, so I've got talking about blood as well very, very quickly. Essentially, when you lose blood, your screen goes dark and more grey. So essentially, the only visual clue you have to know that you're going to die is the changing of the tint on the screen here. What do you have in here? We have absolutely nothing except for blue mushroom. Some very blue plants. Now, I think I can actually whack zombies with this. I'm not too sure. I swear I was able to. Cancel action. Oh, look at that. The rest is green finally. I can punch though, that's always a good thing. Push the spacebar, you raise and you lower your weapon, and I can punch zombies in the head. It's always fun to punch zombies in the head. Unfortunately, there isn't a map either, so no, nothing there. So what I need to do is just find out where I am. Now I know I'm going to be in this Shadowrust. Oh god, poor me. So what I'm going to do is head over to some of these houses over here. So I recognise this mountain range. This mountain range is on the way to Electro. There's some buildings over there, but I just want to take a gander into this farm over here and hopefully find like a weapon. Because the melee weapons are being somewhat improved. There's a lot more of them. There's a spade, there's a wrench. And all manner of kinds of things. Now I don't think there's any houses around there, so I'm going to check one of these buildings over here. Now I've actually noticed that the zombie count is quite low compared to what it would be in like the likes of, say, the original DayZ mod. You normally find like dozens of them living in the countryside or even in this, and even in the cities. But in this one, I've only found like one or two in sparsely populated areas. Maybe there'll be like more when the servers get bigger and stuff like that. But we'll just have to see. Okay, now what I'm looking for is a weapon. But what I would really like is a backpack, because of course they increase your inventory slots. Hello, is there anybody around who wants to be friends with a little old lady like me? Also, talk about the frame rate very quickly. I'm only getting a maximum of like 30. That's the most I'm actually getting, even though this thing is supposed to be recording on 60 frames per second. So I don't think the game is quite optimized yet. That's okay, we can look past that. Oh, I'm very thirsty. Oh, that's a shame. Well, let's get you some drinks then. Let's see what we have here. We have a heater. So, middle mouse button, use that, close doors. And of course you use it to lock yourself out of the building. There we go, oopsie. Don't come in, I'm changing, I'm all dainty like. See anything here? Nope. Absolutely nothing in these buildings. Great. Let's see if we can't find anything in the barn. Hello, is there anybody around at all? I am of course sporadically talking, so I can just, hopefully nobody will shoot me in the face and call me ugly. Because I'm a pretty girl. Anything in here? Nope, 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 nope. So another thing about the game is that there are more buildings that are actually enterable. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say about that. You can enter more buildings and all that kind of stuff. A lot more of them have insides, so you can actually go in and explore them and hopefully get better items and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not really having much luck. Oh dear. Can I pick up the radio? I want to listen to some tunes, man. I actually like first person a lot better for some reason. I know I'm probably going to miss a few more items than I normally would, but I like it like this. It feels more authentic. No, third person will do actually. Okay, let's see what's in this big old building. Hello, is there anybody around by chance? And of course, it takes the time walking up the little steps. Oh, what do we have here? Rocket avatars. I will take those. Alright, give me those, baby. Yeah! Check that out. Ow! Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and welcome to Estonia Airlines. Oh, take a red hoodie. Oh, yeah, I'm going to rob some people. But are there any weapons? Now, I don't actually know if equipping items actually gives you any advantages or anything like that. Say, resistance to bleeding or anything like that. Let me check very quickly. Tab. I've got a red hoodie. Oh, look at that. I've actually got a few more inventory slots. See that? It's got 4 inventory slots on the red hoodie, so I can actually store a few more items. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh. So somebody's actually toggle, and it's kind of annoying at times because you're trying to toggle. Oh, look at that. Jump like a rabbit. Whether or not you should be sprinting or jogging or running, and it gets kind of confusing at times. No, I think this is Belarus, isn't it? This is the town that's that's west of Chernos. Oh, I see. I know where I am now. I think. Okay, yeah, I get where I am now. So hopefully there'll be something around here. Naturally, of course, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so you can't enter the train station. Yes, I know you feel like having a drink, woman, but guess what? Beggars can't be choosers. I want to have a drink. I'm sorry, there's nothing around here for us to drink. There's nobody around for us to beat over the head with either, with our fists of fury. Da -da -da, da -da -da. But I do know that barns like this in DayZ normally lead to good items. Maybe find a shotgun. Okay, let's scout this place out very carefully. Oh, there's a zombie there. Ah, she see me, bitch. That's fine, I'm just gonna spin around like this. Because unfortunately, you're not able to figure out how much sound you're making. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'll take that. No, pick it up, there you go. Because I want to make rags out of this. Bitch, I'm picking up stuff, okay? You leave me alone. No, we're gonna box a zombie. Pow! I feel warm blood on my clothes. Good, it's not yours. Okay, also knows there's a barn over here as well. Oh, great, I'm bleeding. That's fantastic, isn't it? Okay, so definitely know where I am now. I am definitely east of Cherno. Just trying to find some items. I can't find anything. I want a wrench or something. Found a spade once. That's fun. I kept hitting people on the head and calling them Doug. It's funny because it's a joke, right? No, never mind. Okay, so there's nothing of value over here at all. And now I'm bleeding. Okay, that's fine. Just right click here. Right click that. Right click it. Turn it into rags. There you go. Use the rags. Now we are covering ourselves up, and now we are stopping our bleeding, hopefully. Oh, we're still bleeding. No, I'm not bleeding anymore, and that has always sorted out that problem. I'm no longer bleeding. I've applied the rags. So everything appears on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Also, talking, you can talk to people in the general area. Like if we push the... oh, crap, she's following me. Okay, let's just be a little bit quicker on this because we've been chased by a zombie bitch. And if they pay great either, that's fine. Hopefully it won't break my legs. I died from that tiny little fall. Yay! How fun. We're going to respawn. Yes. Hello there, gentlemen. I appear to have come into a bad place to spawn. I am 100% friendly and have very little on me.
Oh, yeah, we are friendly too.
You're not gonna kill me by chance, are you?
Not shoot you.
That's fine. Well, how about this? I'll go on my way and then you go on your way and we shall, well, talk another time, yeah?
Yeah, carry on.
Excellent. You gentlemen have a fine and dandy day. Please don't shoot me in the back. Please don't shoot me in the back. Please don't shoot me in the back. So I decided rather than just play the game and spend a couple of hours just wasting your time with the first impressions, I've been playing for just a little bit longer and, well, I just wanted to, make a proper opinion of the game before I decide to tell you whether or not you should buy it or not. And I wanted to talk about a few things very quickly. Firstly, I want to talk about the graphics and the optimization. Currently, my game is set on the medium setting. It's at 1920 times 1080p resolution. Now, I like to think that my PC is actually quite powerful. Oh, zombie, crap. Now, here's the thing, I don't actually have any ammo for my gun, so I have to... Bitch, hands off. Okay, I'm bleeding. Let's just pull her in before I have any troubles. So, yeah, talk about the graphics. It does look good, especially on the medium difficulty here, so I'd love to see what it would look like on the highest difficulty setting. But unfortunately, I'm having a few problems, especially since it's only running at 20 frames per second. Now, perhaps this is supposed to be called at a higher maximum of 50 frames per second, 60 even. Just for that smoothness in the action. Oh, why am I running for? Crap. Okay, go back now. Before the zombie kills you. Come on, zombies are not this difficult. Bitch is gonna knock you out. Okay, there you go. She's down finally. Make sure she doesn't get back up. Okay, I need to patch herself up 2 moments. I do apologise for this. You wouldn't use that. Before my bitch of a character decides to bleed to death. So yeah, I don't think the game is overly optimized at the moment. I know it's probably using like the likes of the Arma 3 engine, which is like incredibly powerful and something I can never hope to actually be able to match. But never take paper. Let's take the paper. But I'm hoping that eventually down the line it'll hopefully get a little bit more optimized and hopefully the game will be a bit more playable for me. Also, like zombie corpses, as you just seen there said, okay, aside from that one little gripe with the optimization and stuff like that, I feel that the game is actually rather good. It just needs to sort out a few things, such as the zombies falling through the floor. Okay, you want to have a drink? Then have a little drink, okay? You dozy fuck. Stop complaining as well. Probably hurt, aren't I? Hungry and thirsty, that's fine. But don't let it kill my thirst and hunger. It killed my hunger. I'm not too sure how about it killed my hunger. Okay, now next I want to talk about the mechanics of the games. Because in the original DayZ, the Arma 2 mod, there were zombies everywhere. I just want to talk about this very briefly. Now, that's one zombie I've seen. Normally the streets of this place would be like littered with zombies. And it changed the way you have to play the game. I would have to like sneak down like this and run around through the back alleys to make sure that I wasn't killed or sniped by anybody. And that kind of stuff. Like there's a zombie over there. All the way over there. There's a zombie over there. That's like the second zombie I've seen so far since logging on. I mean, it takes away the fear of the game. If there's no zombies around, then what do you have to be afraid of? Hello, is there anybody around? Well, obviously you're going to be afraid of players, which is what I want to talk about next, the players. As you saw there's two gentlemen who I bumped into with some heavy-duty army gear, and they were pretty cool. I didn't mind them. They seem to be like Russian, Eastern European, but that's totally cool. Not going to judge the good fellows on that now. But the server count on these servers is only like 80. No, it's like 40. That's the maximum amount of people on the server. 40 people. Is someone following me? Now, I was playing the Just Cause 2 mod a while ago, the multiplayer one, which is absolutely batshit crazy. There's 300 up to 1,000 people on one server. And I thought that was pretty damn awesome. Sure, you spawn in, you're running around helplessly trying to survive and stop getting blown the fuck out. But it's entertaining and exciting. In this, the map just feels a bit too, well, barren. There's like times where I was playing like 2 to 3 hours and I bumped into not a soul. Nobody, absolutely nobody around. Nobody to help, nobody to save or anything like that. I couldn't do my little day. I couldn't be a Daisy medic. Oh, nothing there useful there either. I couldn't interact with people because interacting with people is possibly one of the most enjoyable parts of this game. Like those two fellas you saw there, they didn't, you know, that was an interaction. I logged in, they were standing there. They must be scared as much as I am. We looked at each other, I said, hey, how's it going? You know, we agreed not to shoot each other. And then we carried on our way. That was exciting. That was fun. That was like a good part of the game. And the player interaction in the game is like one of the best mechanics. So when there's only like 40 people on this entirely huge map and you don't know where anybody is, then, well, things get a little bit boring. The only thing you have to entertain yourself is the exploration and the loot, and the only thing you have to be worried about is the world itself, about, well, dying of thirst and hunger. Which is actually not too hard a thing to do if you just look properly enough for the food. Like, if you just look hard enough for food and water, you can get stockpiled pretty well. I suppose it's the draw of the luck when you first start the game. Do you get enough like backpack space from items, or do you just not? And luckily I've got this bag on me, so let's see what we have here. Bottom orange, oh thank you, that's probably going to make my character sick. Oh look at this, it's a gas canister. Oh, that's going to be good for my lighter, that's going to be good for the dark I guess. Maybe a blue hoodie, I'm going to take that. See if it doesn't help me. So yeah, that's another complaint I have. You know, we're going to need like more people in servers. I think that would make the experience a lot more enjoyable. I do apologise for stammering that one out. I'm just trying my hardest to survive here because my pig of a player is actually hungry once again. Now another thing that's actually bothering me is, like I said, I've been playing for like a few hours, and the only decent weapon I found is this like Mosin Nagant, this rifle even. Now, there's a problem with this. Mostly it's because I have no ammo for it, so I actually have to bluff my way out some situations, which I actually managed to do a while ago with 4 people with hammers and spades. I pointed the guns, shouted at them, and told them if they moved towards me, I'll blow their fucking brains out. And they shut their pants and ran away. It was a good experience. I managed to bluff my way out of that. But there isn't that many weapons in the game. Well, from not what I've seen so far. Sure, there's quite a few melee weapons in the game. Hello, is there anybody around by chance? I'm 100% friendly and I will not harm you. I think that's a zombie. Yeah, that's a zombie. Where is that bugger? I think he's actually attacking somebody because I'm not getting chased. No, I'm totally cool. So yeah, sure there's plenty of small weapons to be found, like the melee weapons, but range weapons like pistols, I haven't actually found a single pistol. This Mosin Nagant is the only gun I found. Well, that's a wrench there. So you get plenty of melee weapons, but no range weapons, and it makes things a bit, well, one-sided. The people who have been playing the game for a long time and have been rewarded with the good loot and items and have been lucky enough to get them, they get all the power, don't they? And those who are unfortunate, like myself, to actually have literally nothing, well, we get generally screwed over. Is there anybody around in the school building who needs help? I am completely friendly, don't worry. Just making sure that I'm asserting my presence just so nobody scares themselves. Now, another thing I want to talk about, funny, is the map. There isn't one. You don't start off with a map. And unfortunately, you just have to find your way around. Luckily, this is the same Chernarus as in the Arma 2 mod, so I actually know my way around to some extent. But what I would like is a map. Okay, a little basic map. You start the game, you have one, you can just, well, if you know where you are, you can get your bearings and you can explore the world pretty well. And that would quite be a good thing. It'll help you figure out where you are easily enough. There's a wrench there for me to whack people on the head with. Is that a battery? No, it's not a battery on the floor. It'll help you be able to get your bearings somewhat. You'll be able to recognise... I mean, the only way to get around the game at the moment is to recognise landmarks. So you spawn in, you have to recognise where you are in the world. Like, there's a mountain somewhere. Oh, I recognise that mountain. It's such and such. But if you had a map, you could sort of figure out where you are due to, like, due to things like longitude, latitude, your height, the mountains, and other kind of cool stuff. And I think a map would be really useful for people in this game. I'm not, of course, I don't want a GPS. I'm not saying that you need to be given an automatic GPS so you know where you are at all times, because that would, of course, take the fun out of the game. But, you know, introduce some basic map reading skills into the game. I mean, I think I can read a map at least anyway. Okay, so there's definitely a zombie around here who's bugging out. So let's see if there's anyone around. Okay, so there's a zombie around, but I'm not seeing anything. And, so this is where I found my rifle up on top of that building. And I think I've got a low health screen. Also, I want to talk about something else really quickly as well. The user interface, the heads-up display. Naturally, there isn't one. The only one that you're seeing right now is in the tech chat in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, the hotkeys on the bottom of the screen after that. And aside from that, there isn't really anything else. If you want to figure out your status, you just have to push tab. And you see in the player screen there's the hungry and thirsty. So my character's hungry and thirsty, and I can gather that from that. But I want to know things like, say, stealth mechanics. I want to know if it's possible to be able to, say, sneak around zombies. I mean, as you see me right now, I'm actually low underground. This is how I used to play DayZ, the DayZ mod armor 2. I used to be able to crouch like this and just run around zombies. Or you could just push, pressing the whole shift, you could walk around here just to lower the sounds. Obviously, you're making sound and you can be visible during the day, and that kind of stuff affects how you play the game. But what I would like is some kind of reading on that. I would like to be able to know how much sound they're making to be able to avoid zombies correctly and properly. I think it'd be like a big help. It would certainly help. Ooh, is that banana? Is that a moldy banana? Yeah, she's a rotten banana. Okay, 4 for 4 for 4. There we go, got that up. So yeah, I think that being able to determine how stealthy you are, if you're going to be spotted by the zombies or not, I think that'd be a pretty good thing. And I don't really think I have anything else to talk about. Oh, is that me complaining? Is that me being a bitch? More than likely it is. So I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. Maybe we'll just play for a few minutes longer. There's something else I wanted to talk about as well that was nagging on the end of my back of my mind, but I can't quite remember. And see, I'm trying to think. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap my brain here very quickly. I had it on the tip of my tongue earlier, but now the thoughts just gone blank out my mind. If you go, you see there's something over there. No, it's just a bit of terrain. Good as me. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. I think that everything I've just talked about would be a great help. Excuse me. Would be a great thing in enhancing the experience of the game. Maybe a faster day-night cycle would be a good thing as well, hopefully. As well, because as far as I've seen, the game is only really in the day. Oh, there's a player over there. Hello down there, good sir. How are you doing today? Hey, don't worry, I'm 100% friendly, so it's cool.
I have my axe on the...
Just don't bludgeon me as I'm coming down, please.
Hey.
And don't worry, the gun's for self-defense. You doing cool? Do you need anything by chance, or?
Sorry?
Do you need anything? Food, water? I don't actually have any of those, but if you need any first aid or blood or anything like that.
No, I'm fine, thanks. But do you have a extra, can opener or something?
Yeah, I've got a can opener, just need to figure out how to give it to you.
I didn't mean to drop... Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah, it's the box.
Ah, don't worry, I can open it for you.
There's more food. Yeah, but there's more food coming soon. It's just the bug, dropping items.
There you go, can you get that open can of baked beans there?
Yeah, could you open these? Yeah.
Yep, certainly. I could turn this into a job. And there you go, some tasty open sardines.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Have a good day then, my friend.
Same to you. Take care.
See, it's an experience. I met a fellow, he wanted me to also put some tins for him, and I did. And that's the fun thing about this game, the experiences you have, they're like unique each time you play through it. I don't think the game's quite in a stage yet where I'll be able to start making Dive with DayZ Medic again, but maybe even a day or two I'll actually be able to do something like that. Okay, so there is one last thing I wanted to talk about just before I left. Customization, character customization. As you can see here, I open up my screen there. My character is incredibly customized through items that are found in the game. And I absolutely love that because there's no microtransactions. With the likes of, say, Nether. Oh wait, yes, there is actually another thing I want to talk about after that as well, mechanic-wise. I'm sorry, it's all coming back to me now, isn't it? Oh, just look. Black belt by count, no, thank you. Now, I love the fact that you can actually just find loot in the game and be able to just wear that. So if you die, of course, naturally you're going to lose it all. Not going to be able to get that loot back again. But that's never a bad thing, is it? I mean, after all, the whole experience is being a new character and finding your way around the world again in order to get nice new things. And, well, the fact that there isn't any microtransactions in this game is a pretty damn good thing, and I would like to thank Rocket for that and all that kind of stuff. Listen to me and talk like he's my best friend. And there was actually one thing I wanted to talk about, the PvP element in the game. Like I mentioned earlier, players who have been spending a lot of time in the game, being able to farm all the items before everyone else, have a distinct advantage over everyone, all that kind of malarkey. But there's an idea in Nether, I want to go back to that as well very quickly, that was recently implemented, and that was when you shoot somebody, and you kill them like in close range, blood gets splattered everywhere, and the monsters, the Nether, they're attracted to that. And I think that's a fantastic bloody idea. So you have this sort of risk-reward system that isn't just like, oh my goodness, is this guy going to kill me? Because say if you can completely overpower a player, you don't have to worry about that too much. However, you do have to worry about zombies if you go a little too trigger happy and you end up like spraying all this blood everywhere. I think that's a really cool mechanic. And naturally, there's like barely any zombies in the game at the moment, and hopefully that'll be something that'll be sorted out sometime soon. Even increase the zombies. But little things like that, little things that would help tip the balance, little things that would make it even more risky for you to kill people than what it already is. Say there's a sniper on the hills over there, he sees me, he shoots me. Boom, I'm dead. Okay, that's kind of fair. He kills me. From nowhere. That's a bit unfair on my side, I think, but you know what? I'm going to have to live with that. So if he wants to come over here and get this ammo, and get all the stuff I have, he has two choices. He can either stay there, wait a while, and see if the zombies come or not. Or he could either come to me and fight the zombies for my ammo, or he's just going to have to sit there and just think to himself, you know what, I have to try and get it another time. And I think that's a really good thing, because why should you, well, people will probably be saying something like, oh, I deserve all the items I get from looting you. Why the fuck do you have to do that if you're not working for it? This is a game about risk-reward. This is a zombie apocalypse. It doesn't quite feel like a zombie apocalypse because there's barely any zombies around. It just feels like I'm avoiding other people while just trying not to die. 10 the baked beans, thank you. Om nom 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 nom. That's currently the feeling I'm getting from the game at the moment. It's just like a survival simulator where I just have to be nice to people. It's like real life. Okay, I get it, you're in pain. What's wrong with you? You're thirsty and hungry again. Bitch, please get a hold of yourself. Damn, such a one little cunt, aren't I? And I thought I had a cooking pot a while ago. Oh, I guess I was wrong. And honestly, I think that's all I really wanted to just throw out there. And of course, we're going to leave that video at this finally. I do apologise for not being much on for quite a while, but this is DayZ. Obviously, it's going to be fun. I really want to make my Dive with DayZ videos very shortly. But you know, just fine tune the game a little, and it'd be fantastic. Have more zombies. Zombies help increase the fun of the game. At the moment, I'm just like a can opener bitch, as you clearly saw earlier. And I want to be more than a can opener bitch. I want to be a medic. I want to save people. Oh yeah, I also throw a few more items in here. I want to be able to like wear a medic uniform. I want people to be able to recognize me and say, hey, medic, I need some healing. And I can go, right away, sir. I could probably even charge people for that. Probably not. I would also like to be able to drive around in an ambulance and help people. That'd be a fantastic thing as well. Of course, that's just me, really wishing here. And of course, that's all the time we have. Once again, I apologize for napping on for too long. But of course, we're finished now. So big thank you all for watching.